So there's a woman in Japan, and this is, I guess you say, very kind of odd. So she decides to, believe it or not, marry the AI. So
Interesting.
we'll play this one.
Bride is getting a lot of attention for hosting a real wedding to her artificially generated groom. The 32-year-old wiped away tears on her wedding day as she faced her husband-to-be on her smartphone and attempted to place a ring on his finger using augmented reality glasses. She says a year ago, ChatGPT advised her to end a relationship with her human fiancé and then helped her generate a new one based on a video game character. Marriages involving AI are not legally recognized in Japan, although data suggests they are gaining in popularity.
Okay.
That's a big so for all of us. I mean, it's happening.
It's happening.
So,
okay. Okay. Let me kind of put a little thing on it.
You okay?
I'm trying to see I'm still on Earth, but yeah. Yeah. So I seen it's no difference than.
Well, how about I just ask a question
Yeah.
for you guys, and we'll take it.
Yeah.
So, would this be acceptable? Obviously, this happens in Japan. Would this be acceptable outside of Japan? What we just
I don't think it's a matter of being acceptable. It's just a matter of how many people will do it.
Yeah, and there's going to be people that'll do it. I mean, at the end of the day, there's generations of younger men right now that are
we're seeing
single
this with women too now.
Right. But I'm just saying that are single. There's women are having a hard time dating. Men are having a hard time dating. So I think you're going to get more of this where they don't have that personal connection with friends and family.
Yep.
And the next best thing is, like we mentioned a second ago, talking to your Alexa, talking to your chatbot. They, like we've talked in the past, they have apps already for dating. You can make dating profiles to talk to a LLM basically.
Yeah, so there's like just another perspective of it. There's a show called Big Bang Theory, right? So in that, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but anyways, in that there are a bunch of scientists and these guys are making funny, right? So one of the guys actually in there started this dating or whatever with one of Alexa or Siri, one of them. So he started talking to him, and he's like, this and that, and it was. I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, they're making it funny, but in the next 20 years, it may not be funny.
But it just kind of goes to how society's shifting, right?
Yes.
We're the younger generation is becoming more acceptable to the technology, to the AI.
And I get that, but I think it's another human factor to it, right? So the human factor is, as we are not having these conversations, the reason we're having this podcast in the studio, not online, is because we
interpersonal connections.
Yeah, personal connections, and plus we read each other's body language. We're how we're dealing with each topic, and so I think that connection since COVID. I'm just gonna wrap up in 2 seconds. Connection with after COVID is like, COVID started something. It started online interactions a lot more than ever were done before.
Virtual meetings.
So there was this switch that was flipped, and since then we are more acceptable of meeting somebody on a Zoom, and it doesn't feel odd. People are doing multi-billion-dollar deals online on a Zoom meeting. So I'm just saying is the things have shifted, but I think we still need to keep that human factor to it. We still need to conversations. We need to still teach our kids how to interact with other people.
So I'm gonna interrupt you. I understand your point. But I'm gonna ask something that's call it devil advocate question for you guys.
Yep.
Will we ever get to a point where AI relationships like this become legal?
It's really far-fetched. I mean, but here's the thing. what's the point of that being what is was the driving force behind it, right? What is the driving force behind it to make it legal, right? So that's my whole question is, what does that making it legal, what does that obtain? So what's the end result if it is legal? At that point, are you? I don't know. I don't see a
If there's a way to
purpose,
tax it, or the government can do
yes.
something,
Oh yeah.
then
If
yes.
if government can
if
charge
we can
you,
make money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then yeah, but if there's no value to government, it probably won't.
Well, I put it this way. I could see, unfortunately, somebody like this, in my opinion, just, have this emotional factor and is relying on this,
yeah.
bot to have that emotional support and everything. Yeah, I should have
What if there's
the
a
same.
blackout?
Well, that's kind of another question.
Yeah.
What happens
What if the
if
server
Power
goes
out.
down?
what if
Yeah.
What if the
AI
company
gets
got
shut
sold
down?
where
mean-
your bot is stored?
I mean, honestly, obviously I think the entire world would go.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, just because I consider AI more of a tool than a replacement.
But it also
Yeah.
goes to show where we are in society. Is there's
Yeah.
so many people now who feel alone, who feel
Well,
left out,
Well,
who need
that's
that
what I mean.
connection and aren't receiving it from humans. This is the next best thing.
Well, here's the thing, and I see these videos on X where it shows if you grew up in the 70s, this is familiar to you. You grew up in the 80s, or you grew up in the 90s. I think we're kind of that generation of going through that phase, like this new generation, and past that point, the 20-year-olds and beyond.
I think
Well-
to your point. Sorry, I want to cut you off, but I think to your point or your point using AI as a tool. So I think my perspective would be if you use AI as a tool to find a person that actually is more that I would want to spend my life with, that's good.
Well,
You find the actual person that more aligned with your what your perspective
Yep.
on life is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the point
using it as a tool is good. But marrying the tool, I don't know.
yeah. Well, the point I was alluding to is
It's hard to say
is
that out
that
loud.
that generation, if this becomes more of a norm, and like you guys, to your point, if the AI gets cut off, I hate to see how that society would react to it, and I don't know if I hope they would be able to recover from it.
Society is
Is,
one of those things nowadays. Is today is something new. From 5 years from now,
Well,
it's
it's the
gonna
same
be norm.
if the internet were to go out, right?
Yeah.
Nobody would be able to get around. Most people don't even know how to drive without their GPS.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. Is people
it'd be a
get-
complete disaster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no doubt. Well,
All right.
Obviously, audience, if you guys like our topics right now, please like, subscribe. Any other topics you'd like us to touch base on, please let us know.